What is going on, everyone? Jellyfish here, and we're back today. I know it's been a freaking long time, but yes, we are back, and we're going to be talking about some of the changes that I've just absolutely hated in the World of Warcraft, and just all of that kind of stuff. Because I've been playing this game for a super long time, probably 2005 or 6. I don't know. It was it was in vanilla, back since vanilla, and it's been through a lot of changes. Some that I, really enjoyed, and that some, not so much. Some that I've just not liked. So I thought we'd just, get straight into it and start off with something that I freaking hate. I thought they could have done so much better, and that's LFR. LFR is the worst thing. Well, not the worst, but it's just one of the worst things to happen to the world. I mean, they could have done it so much better. They could have introduced flexi raiding a lot earlier, but instead they jumped straight into LFR, and it's just terrible. You just get people going in there and AFKing. Like, I avoid it as much as I can because it is just a roll your face on the keyboard fest. I mean, it's just terrible. Yes, people get to experience because you don't have people who want to raid, and you get your casual players and all that kind of stuff, but they could have done, like I said, flexi raiding, and yes, they did introduce that, but it was too late. They introduced it way too late. I wish they could just get rid of LFR. I don't know, it's just terrible, and it just adds to another thing that I freaking hate, and that is just the amount of difficulties in raiding. That just it's terrible. So what have you got at the moment? You've got LFR, you've got, Flexi got changed to normal and heroic, and then mythic. That is 4 tiers of difficulty just for raids. That's terrible. I mean, I like the system when they had your 10 mans or your 25s mans and all that, but I'd be happy with just your normal and heroic. That's all they need. Maybe mythic, I guess, but the other thing I hate with that is then you've got a completely different set that looks amazing for mythic, and then your casual players like myself, you're just never going to get it. You're going to have to wait till the next expansion or cough up 1.2 million gold just to get a run through mythic so you can get that cool looking gear. But whatever, that's just something else that I freaking I can't stand. Too many difficulties, and then that just kind of makes Blizzard think they can just sit on that one raid for, a year and a half just because there's so many tiers of difficulty that you can just keep conquering. But it doesn't matter. No one wants to keep running the same raid over and over and over. They're like, yeah, we've done it in normal, so let's do it again, but in heroic and go through the exact pain that we just did. And then when that's over, let's do it in mythic with a slight change to some of the mechanics just to give ourselves fucking cancer. I don't know. I mean, some people love it. I just don't. Another thing that really pisses me off that they've changed is gotta be the cross realm. I mean, the whole purpose of joining a realm back when I did was you're gonna be stuck with that community. I mean, yes, you can transfer off it for a hefty price, I guess, but you've got a community, and people knew people in that community. Like, if you were a great person, and you were, on trade all the time, and having a laugh in that, people knew that person. And then if you're a complete dick, people knew that too, and they would just avoid you, they'd ignore you, you'd be just useless on that realm. And I miss that, a sense of community. Cross-realm, LFG, all that kind of shit, it just ruined it for me. Looking for group. Yes, I mean, it's a love-hate thing with me. I find it super handy, I really do, but at the same time, it has destroyed the community. The communication is minimal. You join a group with LFG, that's it. You run through, rarely you get someone say hi and then thanks at the end, which is great. I mean, that's something, but, cross-realm, it killed it for me. I hate it. And then it's just made a toxic as community on some of the realms. I mean, because back in vanilla, BC, all that kind of stuff, you actually had to be a decent person to get into groups. You'd be nice and stuff. Yeah, there were dicks, but like I said, if you're a dick, then you didn't get anywhere. Plain and simple. And like, even from back when I played, I remember some of the names of the people that I really enjoyed seen on trade every night and all that kind of stuff. You don't see that anymore. Now, your trade chats are just filled with trolls and that, because it doesn't matter. They can say whatever they want and no one cares because they don't have to group with them. They don't have to deal with that person on their realm. They can just LFG to a different realm and any of that kind of stuff. So it really pissed me off. And another thing that Blizzard changed that, grinded my gears a little bit over the years is the talent tree. Oh, I mean, yes, they've tried to make it simple and just give someone the passives automatically. I mean, yeah, I get it. I do. I kind of get it. But now leveling, I mean, I know you've got a long way to go to 100 to get to max level, soon to be 110, but, every time you leveled, you had a skill point and you were super psyched to spend it. Now you're not. I mean, now it's just like, yay, level 27. Cool. It's not like that. It shouldn't be like that. Getting your levels, spending your talent traits. Yes, I know people followed the same builds a lot of the time. They'd go check on the fan sites, all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't matter. It gave you like that extra bit of accomplishment. Like, you got a level. Look, spend your talent. It was awesome. And then you'd build up to that skill that you'd been waiting for levels and levels. It was awesome. I loved the talent tree. Then they kind of compressed it a bit, and it was still alright, but now it's like, what is there, 6 or something? I don't even know. It's just I think level 15, 30, 45, 60 maybe. I don't know. I can't quite remember, but it's just it pissed me off. I'm not a fan of it. I wish they'd bring back old talents, but like LFR and all that, the changes are made. It's set in stone, and they are not gonna go back on that. I mean, I wish, oh my god, if I could just go to Blizzard and be like, get rid of LFR. It's useless. It's shit. It's a plague to the community. I wish they would, but it's just not going to happen. Something else that they've added, character boosts. I mean, yes, it's a cash grab. They just wanted the extra money, and yes, I know. You know what? Actually, no, I don't know. Instead of just putting a character boost so someone can just level up and then be the complete biggest noob and not know how to play their character at max level, they should have fixed the leveling process instead of putting in cash grabs. I know it's easier for them because, they get more money and people are gonna buy it. People do that shit, but for the game, it's terrible. It's not a good thing. They shouldn't have done it. They should have gone back, started from level 1, revisited the leveling zones. They should have done like a flexi kind of thing where you scale in the zones and all that kind of stuff, because if you don't quest, if you don't dungeon and you don't use the looms and all that kind of stuff, any experience buffs, you will still out-level a zone greatly just by doing the quests in them, and that is saying something. The leveling process is complete trash. PvP armor. Where do I get started? Look, I've done my fair share of PvP. I don't do it so much these days. Vanilla BC, I did a lot of it. BC, I didn't really raid much, but I did a lot of PvP. And one of the things that I hate that they added to the game, which I'm thankful they got rid of now, was, the resilience in PvP armor. It ruined world PvP. I started on a world, freaking PvP realm because, I liked that, when you're questing and you see some filthy alliance scum and you go kill them, or, I remember Stranglethorn, all that kind of stuff, so much fun. But then PvP armor and all that shit came in and it just ruined it. Like, if you're a PvEer and then some dickbag in PvP armor just comes along and absolutely owns you, you don't stand a chance. It ruined PvP realms completely. There's no point in doing them anymore, because if you don't yourself do battlegrounds and that, you're fucked. It's not a chance. It's just terrible. I don't know. But then they got rid of it, which was great. I was happy. But now in Warlords, they've got this whole, as soon as you enter some kind of PvP battle, doesn't matter if it's in the world or battlegrounds, whatever, and at the moment it scales all the way up to 740 item level, unless you are in mythic gear, you do not stand a chance. They will destroy you. Absolutely. I don't know what they could do. They could just keep gear. get rid of some shit stats. I don't know. They should just keep like some stats that are good for PvP. It's unfair to all of those who have made a home on a PvP realm, and now they just get absolutely destroyed by one player, not even standing a chance. And I'm not going to go ahead and spend $30 or whatever just to get my one of my many off that realm. It's just not going to happen. I don't know. Like, I can live with it, but it's something that I hate. And I'm gonna, a lot of this stuff I can live with, but I still think it's just terrible, and it's just, I hate it. Oh my god. Legendaries. Where do I begin on Legendaries? I hate the current system for getting a Legendary. I mean, this is pretty much the mindset that it is now. Alright guys, new players, whatever, you've come into the current content, you're max level, now I want you to go kill this boss 100 times to collect enough fragments to get this thing that's going to help you kill that boss that you've already just destroyed 100 times. Now think about that. That is pretty much it. Yeah, go kill fucking Archimond 1 billion times and do Hellfire so you can get, all these tomes and shit like that. It is just the biggest grind ever. They should go back to, if you have a Legendary, you're freaking good. You've done some amazing stuff, like the staff from, what was the staff from? Firelands and, Shadow Morn and, all that really cool stuff where you had to do this massive quest line and do these weird things within the raid fight itself. Everyone shouldn't have a Legendary. Plain and simple. You should have to work hard for it, not just grind for it. Pathetic. It should... Now it could be changed by the time this comes out, but I think Legendaries are going to be a random drop. What the hell is with that? A random drop from within the world. If you have a Legendary, you should have done something amazing to get it. Not grind, not be lucky, because I'm the most unluckiest person in the world, and it's just stupid. It needs to change. They need to go back to, this comes to another thing that really pisses me off, is the community. The community is all they whinge about everything. Literally, okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be real with you, I've whinged before, I've been that part, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite, but, I've thought about it, and I've changed from then, The community just whinges about everything, every little thing. Blizzard could just come out tomorrow and be like, oh, so we're getting rid of, I don't know, what's something pathetic? We're getting rid of booze from WoW. And the community would go mental. Or we're getting rid of, first aid. I don't know, it's just something. Okay, first aid's actually pretty good. Just something pathetic. They're getting rid of let's just say some stupid grey item that sells for 1 silver, and I can guarantee the community will be like, oh my god, that's fucking terrible. They gotta stop trying to please everyone, because they're doing more harm to the game than they are good. You can't please everyone. You gotta... The forums are just filled with whingers and whiners, and just... It's not a good place. You need to get people who are actually playing the game actively, not just a bunch of sooks who are going to complain about flying in Draenor or just something stupid. Pathfinder, I think, is a great idea. You have to do a whole bunch of stuff, and a massive amount of stuff even, to be able to fly. That's a good idea. Okay, it gives you something to work towards. It makes you experience the content on the ground first. I don't care if they bring the flying out in later patches, but you have to do these achievements, and don't freaking complain about it. Just do it. It's not hard. It's fun. It gives you something to do rather than standing in your shitbox garrison, which is the world's worst goddamn excuse for some kind of housing in the game. Terrible. Where's the community? Garrisons, that's another thing. I'm not going to talk about garrisons. Everyone knows they're terrible. They did way too much harm. Warlords, all that. The patches, everything. It's terrible. I don't even need to speak about it. People know that. Something that Legion's changing, thank God, to bring a bit more relevance to is dungeons. Dungeons have gone downhill greatly. Like, not the dungeons themselves. Some of them are still a lot of fun to play in that. But although they don't have that much great story in a lot of them anymore, which kind of annoys me. But the relevance of dungeons. You will do dungeons. You don't even need to do dungeons now, actually, in Warlords. I mean, yeah, you can if you want, now that they've added the mythic dungeons, but there's no point. Like, they were relevant for like 2 months into Warlords. They need to bring back something like Justice Points or Valor and all that. It gave you reason to keep running dungeons and earn those things so you could buy stuff that was near to on par with raiding gear. Because let's be honest, not everyone's going to be in a hardcore raiding guild. Not everyone has that kind of time. You know, some people live different lives to those who just raid 3 to 4 nights a week for 5 hours each night. It's just, you know, it's an idea. They got to stop. Like, this just goes back to trying to please everyone. I didn't see what was wrong with the system with the Valor and the Justice at all. It's kind of just like honor points, but for PvEers. I don't know. That's just me. Okay, yeah. So this one is a little bit annoying. So the dailies. Now, this is really debatable. A lot of people are going to probably disagree with this, but I loved the dailies in Pandora. Now, not the amount of them. Like, I felt like there was too much, and if you missed out on a day of them, you're going to fall greatly behind. But the story behind the dailies, all that kind of stuff. Like, you'd go from Honored to Revered, and then you'd have a small quest line. You know, you felt like you were doing the dailies like they had a purpose. That's not a thing anymore. You don't have that feel. Like, you do a daily now just because you need the Apex or something crap. Like, there's no story behind it. The reputations, I mean, you're just doing them because they're there. They're not relevant to the content. It's just like, oh, you know, we need to add a reputation in it here. Go kill these guys because I want you to. It's got nothing to do with this expansion. I just want you to kill a bunch of, like, cat people. Just do it, man. Seriously. And, you know, I'll be pretty happy with you. It's shit. It's crap. It's... The dailies, they need to bring back story into the dailies. They need to bring back, story into the reputations. Like, you gotta feel like you're doing it for a reason, not doing it because it's there. Not just for the rewards, but because you want the story. You wanna feel like you're doing it for a purpose. It just brings it back to purpose, man. Purpose. You gotta be doing it for a freaking purpose. What else can I talk about? Like, this is all just coming straight from the top of my head. Some of the things that have frustrated me over the years. I guess the other thing is where the game's heading. I mean, Warlords was a huge one, and it seems like Legion's leading into it as well, and that's like the god complex. Like, you are the chosen one. If it wasn't for you, the world would be doomed. Like, I liked the days when you were just some peon. You're just helping. You're a helper. I mean, you're going around and you're helping these dudes, like your normal NPCs are like these mighty warriors, and you're helping them out in their quest to save Azeroth. But now you are the mighty warrior, and everyone else is just an ant under your boot. Like, you're the chosen one. It's up to you to do this. Like, I freaking hate that. I don't want to be that guy because it ruins immersion. It's like, not only are you that person, but the other, you know, freaking millions of players are that person. That can't be it. There can be millions of peons, but there can't be millions of the chosen one. Like, think about it. You know, Blizzard needs to hire some people who, I don't know, they need to, some really big influencers in the game. Some of the big YouTubers or something. Someone who has some kind of connection with the community and knows what's going on. Not just the people sitting behind their desks and that, or going on the forums where people are complaining. You can't have that. It's not going to work. You need some fresh minds, I don't know. But yeah, the God Complex, it's just it's shit. It shouldn't be like that. We should be the helpers. We should be helping in the quest to get to saving Azeroth or, defeating this, whatever. Not, oh, bro, you're the best, it's all up to you. It shouldn't be all up to you. You should be there helping Thrall do this or helping someone else do that. I don't know. You should be a helper. That's what I'm trying to say. Just an an adventurer. That's what you need to be. You're an adventurer. You're not the chosen one. Far out. I don't know. And the lack of content. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you've got grinding is the worst thing there is, and Warlords, I don't know what they've done. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like, hey, for the new expansion, the new patch, sorry, let's just add a zone that's just for complete grinding and nothing else. I'm hoping Legion changes like that. Like, I'm staying away from a lot of spoilers because, I want to go into it surprised, not kind of just disappointed. Anyway, guys, look, that is a bunch of the things that have frustrated me over the years, mainly more or less the recent years, but some of the things I just wish Blizzard would change, like LFR, oh my god. But yeah, look, we've already talked about it. Anyway, I just needed to vent. I just needed to get this out there. I can't just go up to my missus or anyone and just talk about this kind of stuff and be like, this shit annoys me, because then she'd just look at me with a blank stare and be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I know. So, there we go. I don't care if you watch it or you listen, or even if you agree. If you do, leave a comment. Let me know what you think or what you hate about it. But these are just some of the changes that just annoyed me in the game, and I wish that they could go back on. But unfortunately, because it's the way that Blizzard works, once they've made a change, that's it. It's set in stone, because God forbid they would hate to upset the forum people, the forum trolls. God, that would, couldn't imagine. Anyway, guys, it's great to be back, having a chat. Gonna start playing games soon. Keep an eye out. We'll see you all next time, everyone. Have a good one.